everybody, this is Jacob Viral. Today I'm going to be doing a test with finding out my peak inside my enclosure with a meter. So, not at the port, but the reason that I'm doing this is just to see how my peak changes from on my glass dash, kick, etc. headrest to in my enclosure, and kind of identify with these tests where my box is actually peaking at and resonating at in the enclosure versus in my vehicle. So this will be a pretty interesting test, and I hope you guys learned something from it. Definitely going to be pretty fun and interesting to see what this does. So we'll see what happens. So I'm literally just going to have it in the middle of my box. Nowhere fancy. I could put it in a corner or whatever. This isn't for metering results. This is for test tone tests to see where it's peaking at. And this is something that you guys can maybe look into your own system, is identify where you're peaking at the port, where you're peaking at in your enclosure, where you're peaking at in certain areas of your vehicle. You're going to notice a different trend. And I've never actually done this test before, even with my old build. So this is definitely going to be a fun one today. So let me go turn on my amp and we'll get it going. All right. So one thing you want to do with this test is make sure all of your variables are the exact same every time you test. So what I mean by that is I always do volume 20, have my bass knob all the way up on max with volume 20. So that's all set. Make sure I connect my Bluetooth. My box is going to be sealed, so my vehicle is going to be shut like I always do. And what I'm going to do is make sure I Bluetooth hook connect. I'm going to shut the hatch and I'm going to sweep it. And we're going to find out how it does. So it's in there. It's in there. So what I'm going to do is we'll sweep and we'll find out what it's peaking at. Okay, so everything is shut here. We make sure it connects to Bluetooth real quick. If anybody's curious of why I'm doing this, it's just a test to see how my box resonance is different from my actual vehicle resonance. And I don't know if it actually can have any beneficial gain out of it, but this is a way for me to know kind of where my tuning is in my enclosure, how it's reacting to the sound wave. So let's do it. I've never done this before. This is more for entertainment, and we'll see. Once again, thanks for watching, everybody. This is Jacob Viral. I do a lot of tests, and my system's not the prettiest, but I enjoy doing this, and I appreciate y'all watching and being subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. All right, there we go. Everything's hooked up. Volume 20. So we're going to do a sweep. I'm missing one of the important ingredients. That is turning on my meter. Whoops. So how am I going to test without turning the meter on? That's a good question. I wouldn't be able to. So let me go ahead and do that. Let me go grab the meter in order to do that. So let's turn the meter on. Okay, meter's on. All right, let me turn my Bluetooth on. Make sure it's connected to it. It's alright, stuff's all not pre-planned. Do it as I go, because I'm learning as I go. Alright, so it's hooked up. Yep, it's hooked up, it's on. Device not connected. There we go, it's connected. Now we're going peak hold as we do this test. Alright, there we go. So let's shut it. I got my sweep on. We're gonna sweep 40 and up. We'll find out. All right, I'm pretty loud. 38.85 inside the box at 44 hertz. So I know I peaked at 43, 44 hertz. So being in the enclosure peaking at that shows that I'm peaking at right around the exact same. So that means that my box resonates around the same frequency where I'm tuned at, which is a good thing. That means you're going to get a little better output out of it. That doesn't mean that it could be different depending on where you put it. You could put your meter anywhere. You could put it outside the vehicle, put it inside the box, you could put it on the seat, in the corner of the kick, anywhere. Different testing results will give you different output measures when it comes to frequency, but it should be all within a few hertz. I pretty much, assumed that already when I was doing this test, but just for fun, curiosity, I figured why not, let's do it. So I did it. So once again, thanks for watching. This is Jacob Lyle out. I hope y'all enjoyed that test, and let me know in the comments if y'all are going to do this. I'm really curious to see what happens in the results. It's definitely interesting to see the results. So peeking at the exact same in the enclosure as I was outside. That was fun. Later.